tired of talking about Wonder Woman. I know I certainly am. Hello, everyone. I am still Mecha Random 42. Still the one, still the only, still the original, still your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. Oh, Wonder Woman. This is what's so sad. It's probably going to win all of the Oscars, because why? They're getting sent the for your consideration nods, including Best Picture. Can you imagine if Wonder Woman's going to win Best Picture? Because there was 2 movies out, and it was this and Tenet. Bill and Ted 3 was out too. Maybe they could give it to that one. Wonder Woman 1984 has been submitted for Oscar consideration in every category. See, I would have worded that differently. I would have said Oscar consideration, not for Oscars consideration in every category by Warner Brothers. Every stinking one. Well, you don't deserve it for CGI. No, the CGI was terrible. You don't deserve it for script. Absolutely not. The story is garbage and bullshit. Gal Gadot sucked as an actress. The movie was terrible. So yeah, you don't deserve any. You don't deserve any. The bad guy was confusing. You had too many intros. You had too many storylines. You had too many boss fights. You had too many misdirections and too many sidetrack things. You had too many plot conveniences, like, oh, I barely mentioned the suit and then it pops up later. Oh, but it's there to set it up. Oh, it's there to set up the suit. No, it's there to bore you to death while you barely remember, hey, they set up the suit. It's always good when large companies can decide for small companies what's right or wrong. Thank you for controlling our rights, unnamed person, right? That's according to this other... If you guys do like my content, speaking of suppression, please like, share, subscribe. It really, really, really helps. If you think my content is worthy and I am worthy and I'm entertaining enough, just $1 a month over on my Patreon goes extraordinarily far. I have been neglecting it a bit, but I do have... Oh, I have Subscribe Star as well. We have Subscribe Star we just signed up for. Mecha Random 42. Patreon, there it is. I think it's still under Random Game User 42 as the URL, but look up Mecha Random. You should be able to find it. I will probably be on Twitch if they do ban me here for quote-unquote wrong think, and I begrudgingly have the BitChute, which I do not like. Now, where's the article? We're talking about Wonder Woman, and I can't find the article because I got bored with it. There it is. 1984 is going for all the Oscars. Every stinking one of them. You know, maybe costume they could be okay with. I would be okay with him winning costume, because I don't know what any of the other... things that were out there, films. They're called films, Mecha. They're not things. They're called films. I don't know what any of the other films, like, costumes really looked like, but this one wasn't terrible. Smoke weed every day. Was really terrible. Yes, that's where we're at now. Wonder Woman 1984 has been submitted for Oscar consideration in every category, every stinking one of them. Yes, it's true. Wonder Woman 1984 has become an Oscar hopeful. That's what happens. You know what's going to happen. It's going to be between this and Birds of Prey. And Birds of Prey, I think, might have been... it might have been a slightly better movie. I think Birds of Prey might have been a slightly better movie than Wonder Woman 84. Just give it to Sonic. Just give them all to Sonic or Bill and Ted. Excellent! The DCEU movie has been submitted for consideration for the 93rd Academy Award by Warner Brothers in every major category, including Best Picture, Best Director. No, Patty Jenkins does not deserve it for this one. Best Actress, absolutely not. Best Adapted Screenplay, F you. F your screenplay. You know that screenplay would only be good for toilet paper right now. That's all that screenplay is good for. That screenplay was garbage. And Best Ensemble Cast. You know, I didn't hate the cast so much. I didn't hate Kristen Wiig as much as I thought I would in this. No, it wasn't even an ensemble cast. Chris Pine did nothing but hold her purse the whole goddamn time. He was really useless, and that's how we knew he was going to be. Pedro Pascal was just doing, I have no idea what impression he was doing. It certainly wasn't Orange Man bad. It was the weirdest impression I've ever seen. He only looked like him a little bit. The movie by Warner to go all in. That sounds so weird. The move by Warner. That's because I'm reading it wrong. Oh, again.
Smoke weed every day.
The move by Warner to go all in on Wonder Woman 1984 at the Oscars is surprising, considering the movie had not been a critical darling, unlike 2017's Wonder Woman. Oh, yeah. In fact, it's on Rotten Tomatoes. It's rotten. Oh, and they're saying that, too. Wonder Woman 84 has among the lowest ratings for a DCEU movie on most major review sites like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. It's a splat now. I just did a video on that yesterday. It's splatteroony. It's just sitting there with a big old splat mark on it. It's gone from rotten to... No, it went from fresh to not so fresh to rotten. Because you can't fake it. You can't just lie about this movie being good anymore. You can't just pretend. We're not in a day and age where the studios are going to invest that much time. Because you can just blame it all on the cough, great toilet paper shortage of 2020 and move on. You don't have to fake your numbers anymore like some of these other studios have allegedly done. And I'm not saying they have. I'm just saying that there's been reports where a lot of these studios have been going out with their marketing accounts and buying up the first 25 seats in the front row because nobody sits there, and there are always these blocks of 25, and then you would have no shows. According to sites like Bounding Into Comics and according to reports that can't be really verified, so take it with a grain of salt. It only made $3 million last month, too, Wonder Woman 1984. It only made $3 million. That's in the United States. That's in America. Oh, keep in mind, though, it was the third week. Everybody already saw it who was going to see it. And everybody who wanted to see it did. Yeah, see, here you go. $3 million earning only, because I can talk. $131 million worldwide. The movie picks up several decades after the events of Wonder Woman. Princess Diana, played by Gadot, lives in a man's world as an archaeologist, while moonlighting as a superhero. Well, she really wasn't so much of an archaeologist. She was more of like a museum curator. Her job is really unclear. And why would she be hiding out in the open like that? There was a lot of little disconnect from a lot of the other movies. Like, wasn't Bruce Wayne trying to find her at some point? I can't even remember. These movies all bleed together. The world is thrown into disarray when media mogul Maxwell Lord, I thought he was an oil baron. He was an oil tycoon. He was J.R. Ewing, basically. Comes into the possession of the Dream Stone, which can grant users anything they desire, like infinite wishes, which is like... This is so dumb. This is like a movie a child wrote. This is why people were saying it was for children, because it was like a story out of a children's book, for crying out loud. Oh, and he wished for more wishes, and then Wonder Woman's true love came back, and then they said she lost her powers because she wished for her true love to come back, and then she had to fight Kristen Wiig, and it was a cat fight.
Now, bitch!
And then Donald Trump wished for more wishes, and he ended up having everybody grant their wishes. Ugh. This movie stunk on ice, and you can't tell me it didn't. So no, it doesn't deserve an Oscar. It was not the best picture. You know, I guess if they're gonna put it on there just to fill out the card, and that's about it. That's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna put it on there just so they can fill out the card, and everybody's just gonna vote for fucking Tenet, or what's the other one that came out recently? They're just gonna vote for those. What was the other one? I can't remember the name of. They're just gonna vote for that without even watching any of them, of the 4 movies that came out this year. The rest of the movie shows the world dealing with the effects of everyone's wish being granted, including Diana's wish for her lost love, Steve Trevor, to return from the dead. By the end of the movie, Diana and the world collectively realize that there can be no shortcut for having your wish granted, and everyone relinquishes their wishes altogether. According to Patty Jenkins, the message of the movie is that the world needs to look beyond violence and brute strength to solve its problem. So in other words, all you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, and love is all you need. So, you know, I think we got that message. I think a lot of people who are a lot smarter and did it in a much shorter, much catchier way already said those things. That's what they already said, right? That's what I'm getting. That's what I feel this movie's message was. Oh, and yeah, don't be the people who do the bad things, and don't be the ones who are allowed to do the bad things either, because you're all terrible, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I did a couple of things in this movie that everybody said we couldn't do. Nobody dies. She wins in the end with a conversation. To me, this is a Trojan horse. I wanted to tick off every box. No, you want to tick off everybody. Every box of what you're looking for in a superhero movie. But actually what I'm hopeful what I'm hopefully pulling off is a subversion of where it's, oh, you pulled a Rian Johnson. Patty Jenkins just pulled a freaking Rian Johnson, and she subverted everybody's expectations. Yeah, by making a bad movie. You made a bad movie. She want to just tick off everybody. But actually what I'm hopefully pulling off is a subversion of where instead you're saying to this younger generation that sees these movies, you have to find a hero within. The lesson is, we could go bomb any country in the world and it's not going to stop the clock that's coming to us in about 40 years. That's exactly the point of this film. Alright, okay, so this is anti-young people who are throwing temper tantrums then. I can get behind that. That's kind of what I said when I watched it. Was the message I got was, yeah, you can't just cheat your way. You actually have to do the work if you want to fix something. You can't just throw a temper tantrum and hold your breath and say, well, I'm not going to start breathing again until I get my way. Because we're not all 12 years old, and that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. So she subverted our expectations and pulled a Rian Johnson. Yeah, and then how well did that work? Because nobody liked this mess. We kind of needed to have, and you didn't really have a conversation. You had a very long, lengthy speech that she gives at the end where she says the same thing 2,700 times. You could have cut an hour out of this movie and it would have been a lot better for it. There's just every little thing just starts to, every little nitpick. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I can forgive in movies if I'm entertained. This was not entertaining, and then just, it all adds up, and it all starts circling your brain of, oh yeah, and that was just a coincidence, and what the crap was this, and what happened with that, and why was she just driving down the road in Egypt looking for Max Lord, and she just happens to find him coming the other way, and how did she see him? How fast were they going? Just every time that happens, it stops the movie for me where I have to question, and that's exactly what Star Trek does, and that is my definition. By definition, from me especially, my definition of bad writing. That is bad writing all over the place. While the overall message of Wonder Woman 84 has been applauded. How the movie delivers its message has come to some criticism, yes, particularly the minor story arc involving Steve inhabiting the body of a stranger without permission to get intimate with Diane, to do the giggity. It will be interesting to see how that controversy and Wonder Woman 84's low critical rating will affect its chances at the Oscars. Apart from submitting Gadot for Best Actress, Warner has also submitted Kristen Wiig, Robin Wright, and Connie Nelson for Best Supporting Actress, and Chris Pine and Pedro Pascal for Supporting Actor. Other for your consideration campaigns include Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing. No, you should have cut half of that out. This person, Richard Pearson, please chop half of this movie out. Go back and finish it. It's like you fell asleep halfway through and you just let a big hour-long scene play out. Did they get up? Was he editing at home? Best costume design, Lindy Hemming. I didn't mind the costumes, really. I thought but they weren't really 80s enough. Like, you had a lot of stereotype 80s stuff, but not really. Like, it really could have been made any time for a lot of the costume. Maybe the hair. Maybe it was the hair that they didn't. Who's for hair? Did they say nobody? Nobody. No hair nominations. Best score, Hans Zimmer. Directed and co-written by Patty Jenkins. Wonder Woman stars Gal Gadot and yada yada. Nobody cares. Is this a penis? Is this a penis? That's what it looked like. So you got the head up there and you got the ball there. Is this a dick? Why does she have a giant dildo?
Wank.
Can I show that on YouTube? I probably can't. I am tired of this article. No, please don't win all the Oscars. You don't deserve it. You didn't give Rian crapping Johnson an Oscar for subverting our expectations. Don't give Patty Jenkins one. Don't encourage her, because she's just going to go and use this on the Star Wars movie she's doing, and that's going to be terrible. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!